Hi there. I did some work with the 18 gram plug utilising a leading hand, where all the effort comes from the leading hand, and this doesn't really do a lot. Okay, as the rod starts to load, centripetal force means that the load will come straight back towards me. Okay, as the weight is rotating and moving around and the rod is loading and the rod is effectively getting shorter, there is a load, and it's called centripetal force, and it's directed straight back at the caster. And that means that even if I'm in this real solid position, that eventually I'm going to go over. This is why you'll see people talking on the forum about keeping my weight over on the right side for longer and not transferring the weight until the hit. That is because the rod is effectively trying to push you over as well. So if you move your weight too soon, the rod will push you over and you narrow the arc. Another thing that you'll see from when I was doing the X-Cast DVD is, as I come through, I try to keep this arm down below the shoulder, because that is where all the power is. If you guys ever was to use the Power Stroke trainer, you would see immediately that if you hold the Power Stroke trainer at this height and come through, you can hold it. If your arms are up here, you'll get pushed over. This here is weak. The centripetal force is pushing against your arms only. And if you've transferred your weight already onto this foot, everything is exponentially magnified. If, on the other hand, we step, we look, we lead with this hand only, this hand is doing nothing. And then we pull around and this hand is still doing nothing, so it stays low. What's happening is my weight is possibly still on my right leg, or now starting to centralise. So now, as I violently pull back and punch, I can now transfer weight at will. You see lots and lots of people, and they come through and they're nice and flat and the tip's down, and then this happens to the rod. This is all because they've pushed with their right hand, and all the best intentions in the world, if this hand is out here but loose and not actually controlling the rod, you're changing your focus from right hand to left hand, and you don't have time. By the time you've actually hit it with your left hand, that weight's gone. When this rod is in this position here, and you are in the process of hitting this rod, the rod is now actually unloading. The sinker won't arc until the rod is unloading. It's interesting in those casts there that Tom was making a quite basic mistake. These things creep in, and over time they become a problem. What it was is, we use a system called a bisecting step. Now if you search on the video archive, there is a divx file on the bisecting step which tries to explain it, but it shows you from the front, i.e. this is a rotating step in which my hip moves from this position to this position, but no matter what we try to do, the rod will come with us a little bit. And the further round you step, the more exaggerated that will become. So we developed what's known as a bisecting step. This is when you're the hockey, I go at a very slight angle with my feet probably 6 inches wider than my shoulder. I keep my left leg straight and I bend my right knee. And we into this position. And we go swing, swing, swing. As the weight is on its rearward backswing, this leg picks up and steps back onto the toe. But it has to step along a straight line. So basically, again, you're the hockey. Turn and step. And what happens is, as I come through, my weight is on my right side and this foot starts to roll down. All the while this hand is climbing. Climb, climb, climb. Right hand is still down. Left foot rolls onto the floor. That is an indication to nail it. Bang! Now, to keep the cast going straight, or 5 to 8 degrees right, as I've discussed in the past, this foot wants to be just slightly in front of this foot. Now, if I actually bring my feet together, you'll notice that the heel of the left foot will actually be pretty much in line with the toe of the right foot. If you are stepping, like that, your cast will be true, your cast will be straight, and your cast will generally be good.